He's talking about fans, the opening up of Seth Joyner and Terrell Davis today.
Yeah, so these were two we got at the National. I got at the National. I went with Papa to the National.
Yeah, I didn't go there.
Yeah, well, you were at camp, so.
Yeah.
But we got some starting lineups for Caleb while we were there. So, common theme with both of these guys is they were both drafted really late, and no one really thought they were going to end up being something, but they both ended up being really good. So, you want to talk about Seth Joyner first?
Mm-hmm. And also, something there. Dad told me that I'd be kind of bored in the next 30 minutes.
Don't worry about you not going to the National. Well, maybe when you're a little older, okay? So, who else is on the back of the Seth Joyner one? Anybody you recognize?
So I have his son, Marshall Falks. I have a Deion Sanders in baseball fighting. Andrew Bledsoe. I don't have that one, but I do have the 1998 one.
1998 Drew Bledsoe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is on there? You want to read some names?
Yeah. Troy Alkman, Dallas Cowboys. Mitchell Dean Perry, Cleveland Browns. Jerome Bettis, which we also have, but I think we should open it, but my dad is not thinking about that. Los Angeles Rams.
That's all we have?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Dad, I was thinking about opening that.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Yeah, that one is an opener.
All right. Okay, hurry up, make it through the names, and then I'll tell you some quick facts about Seth Joyner.
And Chris Zorich.
Chris Zorich. Okay, so Seth Joyner was taken in the 8th round by the Philadelphia Eagles, and nobody thought he'd even make the team. And you know what? The Eagles cut him. They were like, no, we don't need you. But then they signed him back, and you know what? He ended up being really good. You know who else was really good on that team?
Who?
Reggie White.
Mm-hmm.
Reggie White and Seth Joyner were on the same team. Reggie White was better, but Seth Joyner was also really good. And as it turned out, in 1991, he was the Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, he was the best defensive player in all of football.
You mean the defensive player of the NFL?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, very important distinction. Not of all defense ever. But yes, NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 1991. He ended up playing, so he played for the Eagles, and that was for his best years. Then he played a couple of years for the Cardinals. Then he played for the Packers. And then he finished out with the Broncos, and he won a Super Bowl with the Broncos. So why don't you open up, Seth?
And also, I wanted to do the. And also, it looks like it's in good condition, but it's been on the bottom.
Yeah. So we've been looking for defenders because we have all quarterbacks in football. So
yeah, mostly quarterbacks.
Yeah, we want to have some.
Yeah, like Drew
guys.
Bledsoe. Oh.
Okay, don't smash it.
Well, that's the only way to get
No,
into
it's not the only way, silly pants. All right, here we go. Well, this is not very good watching right here. Okay, there we go. Open it up and be careful with the cards.
I'm going to be a couple of minutes. More than that. What?
Look at, isn't that helmet cool?
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool helmet.
But
Yeah.
it's a little too big for him.
Yeah.
So doesn't he look cool? You like pushing him.
Yeah,
The
the defensive guys are always really cool.
I might do something, but we aren't putting these on YouTube. I might do something that he's running and to slap Drew Bledsoe right in the back, and that's how he got hurt.
Well, that was Mo Lewis, and as we know, you will never forgive Mo Lewis for hurting Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, if I see him, I'm not gonna ask for his autograph. I'm actually gonna ask him on the right. I'm actually gonna tell him. I dare him to try to catch a 10,000 football at once.
Oh, okay. Well, that would show him. So let's talk about Terrell
Yeah,
Davis.
he wouldn't even
Let's talk
catch
about
it.
Terrell Davis, another
He's
guy.
like, he'll be like that. He'll go cray.
All right. Speaking of going cray. So let's talk about Terrell Davis. So Terrell Davis was picked in the 6th round by the Denver Broncos, and so the 6th round, which is late in the NFL draft. You know what? When he went into training camp that year, there were 6 running backs ahead of him. There were 5 ahead of him. He was the 6th string. So picking the 6th round as the 6th string. And by the end of the training camp that year, he was the starting running back. And you want to know who was the starting quarterback on that team?
Who? Drew Bledsoe?
No, it was...
Who?
Well, who do you think it was? Denver Broncos. Do you know anybody who was a quarterback in the Denver Broncos?
John Elway.
That's right.
Oh,
John Elway.
that's what our Hall of Fame was
out of our
Yeah.
Football Hall of Fame
And I'm
downstairs.
like, Daddy, why did you destroy what happened to the Hall of
Yeah,
Fame?
so speaking of it, Terrell Davis is also in the Hall of Fame. But you know what's interesting? He only played 7 seasons and he was hurt a bunch. He was really only healthy for like 4 or 5 of those. But in his first 4 years, you know what? Of all the guys in the Hall of Fame, there's only 2 running backs who had more rushing yards in their first 4 years than Terrell Davis did. And no one had more touchdowns. So, and in 1997, he was the MVP of the Super Bowl. And then in 1998, they also won the Super Bowl, John Elway and Terrell Davis. And after that, John Elway retired. So, Terrell Davis was really good, but he had a bunch of injury problems. So his knee kept getting hurt, and he finally had to retire from football because his knee was hurt. So why don't you open up Terrell?
Well, this is easier.
Yeah, there you go. That one worked out pretty well.
Yeah, but not for him. I thought I had to punch him open. Hey, this one is
Good thing, you never know. He might have hurt his knee when you were opening it. Pretty cool. There's another Denver Broncos helmet.
This thing is greasy.
Greasy? You already call everything greasy. I don't know what that means.
Well, pretty much, it's my Drew Bledsoe is. I mean, no, not Drew Bledsoe. I'm thinking about him. My George Bell on Gracie.
You're George Bell.
Yeah, and I think he stinks by now.
Oh, well.
I think he stinks.
All right, so there's our football starting lineups of guys who were picked late and ended up having great careers.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And don't be alarmed. We're gonna be wearing the same things because this next one is today.
Yeah, we're gonna do another one today, but we're gonna end the video right here.
Yeah.
Caleb wanted to bring the Bobby Bowden sign football for some reason. To have in the background,
I was thinking about doing the Barry Sanders, but I thought of this one. And the Barry Sanders was one of our most recent videos.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.